In North Korea, when you go up to a door, it will say, does not open from inside. And then you have to go around and kill a bunch of things and find a way to open it. In North Korea, the secret police will paint the image of a tunnel on the side of a mountain. And they tell people to run into the tunnel as fast as they can. I'm so happy. I was one of the first to just like fucking call out this grifter. And I'm glad that like Twitter picked up on it and are now ripping into her over and over again. Because, oh my God, dude, it's been for so long. She has just been lying about shit, including this. Yeonmi, in North Korea, parents cannot feed their children. We give them mud. In Turkey, they banned porn. So when I was younger, I drew some titties and then I jerked off on it. Except mine is real. My story is real. Hers is not.
Hasan's editor work camp for 3 weeks. So if you say Hasan's big mansion is bad, you have to iron his Gucci shirt for 6 months. And if you ruin one of his shirts, you have to pick up Kaya poop for 1 year. To work.
I fucking love that, dude. I love that so much. He had to iron his Gucci shirt for 6 months. God, I remember when people used to pearl clutch over making fun of her, like literally always saying you can't say she's lying because it's so sad when it's clear she's just doing story time. Yeah, bro. Yes. Yes. Like, I'm sure... Here, I did a video on it recently again. Like, I covered it like a year ago, a year and a half ago or whatever. And then I did a video on it recently where I'm... Like, people were mad at me. One of the earliest lies was when she said trains run out of power in DPRK. Yeah. Like, listen, you know what it was? First of all, North Korea is bad. Of course it's bad. For a multitude of different reasons, a lot of which is related back to America and American imperialism, okay? But, like, the notion that anything that she says should be taken super seriously is silly. You know what happened? You know how I found out that she was definitely a grifter? I remember the first time I ever saw anything from her. It was when she literally said Columbia, like the school in New York, was identical to North Korea. Okay? Like, woke culture in Colombia is identical to North Korea. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, dude. Oh, fucking hell yeah, dude. This is what she's doing. This one was crazy.
Regime cannot have a fertilizer. They don't even have the technology to have the fertilizer. So they demand us to bring the poop. And as kids, you go to school, the teachers beat you and then go home and look for poop. So I would go on the streets and looking if anywhere like a dog pooped or somewhere. Of course, like all those dogs are poop's gone. So finding a poop, and when you don't eat much, you don't poop like in North Korea like a few times a month. It's a very precious thing. Yeah, of course.
She's so good. Oh, dude, she's overactive imagination. Yeah, Yeonmi Park is basically a project to see how much Americans will believe. Okay, when it's like, you know, when it's something about like America's foreign enemies. Yeonmi Wilden. Oh, this is fake. I've seen this one. In North Korea, parents cannot feed their children. Kim Jong-un paints grocery stores on the sides of mountains, but when you get there, it's not a real store. So you run into the mountain, and it makes a boing, boing, boing noise, and it hurts very bad. My girlfriend believes everything that woman says. Yeah, because, again, it is accompanied with, like, multiple billions of dollars worth of, like, NGOs and, you know, CIA and State Department-backed think tanks and the media saying that, you know, North Korea is insane. It's a nation of, like, craziness.
They said that math is racist.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the very first lesson that I learned in North Korean classroom. My teacher asked me one day, what is 1 + 1? I said 2, and she said wrong. Because my dear literally discovered at a young age, adding 1 drop of water to another drop of water, it becomes bigger one.
So
doesn't become two.
I don't understand, like,
person dedicated in North Korea to find a way to make Kim. There's more than 10,000 doctors dedicated in North
Korea. Wait, I gotta address the other one, the other take. How did she know 1 + 1 includes 2 then? It equals 2 then? You know what I mean? If North Korea, they're not teaching you any of this shit, how does she know? How does she know?
Korea to find a way to make Kims live forever. So in this study, they need a lot of inmates. So they take them and...
It's always like her just spitting. Here's the video of you reacting to her in 2021. Anyway, let's watch North Korean defector comparing Ivy League campuses to living under the Kim Jong-un regime. Still infiltrating the Western media. Let me tell you, I remember exactly what happened here, okay? I covered this, and immediately it devolved into like a bunch of fucking smarmy little dickhead neoliberals in the chat. First encountering someone who's telling them like, no, North Korea is like, yeah, obviously a shitty place to live, but like we're mostly at fault for that. And also on top of that, like, you know, what she's saying is a whole lot of insane lies. And then every single person was like, how dare you say that? You fucking asshole. North Korea is the worst place on the planet exclusively because of Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un. Fuck you. Yeah. Pro North Korea simp. Says Stu Pickle 64. Let's see what Stu Pickle 64 is up to. Sleepy Joe, Copium, Puggo, fuck you. 2/18/2022. Gone. Left. Kim Jong-un came and killed him. Have you considered that she's hot? Yes, I have. It's a big part of her propaganda. You underestimate the stupidity of the Fox News. Blaming North Korea on USA is actually dumb. North Korea invaded first. North invaded first, and the Chinese and Soviets aided them. Basic history. Yeah, no, totally. It was actually the Chinese and Soviets that bombed 90% of North Korea. It was the Chinese and Soviets that actually created the parallel that became North Korea. It was the Chinese and Soviets that also put North Korea under an embargo for literally the entirety of its existence. Like, that's basic history, but I guess you forgot about all of that part. Remember when South Korea was a military dictatorship? It was so crazy that the Soviets did that. Remember when South Korean life expectancy was worse than the North because of, again, the Soviet era control over South Korea? Oh, wait, that did not happen. Motherfuckers say America bombed North Korea. Not just America. Bro, Milihaba girl, I don't know if you're like Turkish or not, but it wasn't just America that bombed North Korea. It was Turkey that fucking bombed North Korea too. Don't make me fucking bring this out. God damn it. Hold on. I know better than you. After all, look at my hat. News audience? I mean, that's true, but still.
That Americans were bastards. It was actually the one word. At school, when I was attending, they told me, actually, it was just math problem saying there are 4 American bastards. You killed 2 of them. Then how many American bastards left to kill? And as a
what the fuck, dude? Yo, North Korea is so... I don't even know if this is real or not, but I want it to be real. That's fucking hilarious, dude. She said we learned a math problem where there were 4 American bastards. If you killed 2, how many American bastards? It's probably real. No shot, dude. That's true, by the way. Several other defectors have said that. Okay. There is a robust economy for North Korean defectors that literally... I'm not saying that, like, existence in North Korea is fucking sweet, okay? It's not. It is absolutely not. But there is also an entire economy that revolves around North Korean defectors that, like, literally are just like, North Korea is a land where they shoot you and murder you for looking in the wrong direction, like, and they're constantly teaching children like Americans are bastards, which we are. Let's be real. Not gonna lie, I thought she was talking about Inglourious Bastard for a second.
At school, when I was attending, they told me, actually, there's just math problem saying there are 4 American bastards. You killed 2 of them. Then how many American bastards?
Might as well literally be brainwashed, like the left book psychos. Oh, and then my other favorite, whenever I talk about DPRK, is like the weird leftists that are like, dude, North Korea is like the only Marxist-Leninist institution on the planet, and like, you're a fucking piece of shit. They're eating hamburgers every day there. Okay? It's like, no, that's not true either. You're a fucking weirdo. Shut the fuck up. Like, go live there if you think it's so sick. It's not. It's not sick. There's a reason for it. It's not Marxist-Leninist either. Okay? Every time I talk about Korea, this is what the conversation devolves into. On the one hand, I tried linking this thread about defectors last time you watched Yeonmi. Yeah, even other defectors, by the way, have literally shit on Yeonmi Parks, okay? Like, I don't know if it's because of jealousy, because they're like, damn, she's really caked up now, it's fucking bullshit, or if it's because, like, she is taking it that far where she's like, yo, you're fucking it up for the rest of us? Like, what are you doing? The DPRK is not as bad as the West portrays, but it's not a Jewish paradise either. Yes, it is probably... other than like America's allies, like Saudi Arabia, one of the closest forms of like governmental organization that is most similar to like a monotheistic religious monarchy. Okay, a theocratic, not a monotheistic, a theocratic monarchy. Jusha more closely resembles a theocratic monarchy than it does any kind of like Marxist-Leninist formation. Okay. That's it. It's true. However, having said all of that, it doesn't mean that we should be able to starve them out and fuck them over. You know what I mean? It's not a lib take, man. Shut up. You don't know anything. You don't know. It's literally a hereditary monarchy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I hate this. I hate that you act like there's like some kind of democratic process in a country where, like, what do you think? They're democratically voting for the son of the original leader? Like, what the fuck? Shut up. Popular discontent stemmed from the U.S. military government's support of the Japanese colonial government, then once removed, keeping the former Japanese governors on as advisors by ignoring, censoring, and forcibly disbanding the functional and popular People's Republic of Korea, the PRK, and finally by supporting United Nations elections that divided the country. This video of North Korean children bringing poop to school every day. Why do internet Marxists always defend modern dictatorships? Because they do not understand. Because most people on the internet have not actually done any kind of fucking meaningful reading and have just looked at memes, okay? So because they've looked at memes, they don't know what critical support means. They think critical support means uncritical support, okay? Like, critical support for victims of Western imperialism does not mean that you don't criticize them and that you give them, like, critical help. It means criticize them understandably, but also recognize with where they place within the dialectics, like why they are in the place that they are, what their current material conditions are, what their history looks like, what the previous formation of government looked like before, and how they got to the place that it got to. Okay? It's very fucking stupid. We have fucking records of generals wanting to start a war and purge the communists. Like, it's not even a conspiracy. America was absolutely the aggressor. Absolutely. And wanted to foil an extremely popular northern communist government. Also correct. The current state of North Korea is entirely the fault of American and Western sanctions. Also correct. Have you read Socialism is a Science by Kim Jong-il? I have. Pay for my way and I'll move to North Korea. I love that. How much would that cost to send some dumbass chatter to live in North Korea? You'd have to give me periodic check-ins, though. You'd have to go to the mountain that she claims is out there where you have to like give periodic check-ins. It is priceless. I mean, I know people that went there. China and Russia are right on their border. They have plenty of external economic access. Without massive mismanagement, you can explain the hardship by U.S. sanctions alone. What? That is insane. Dude, that is an insane take. You think, first of all, I don't even deny that there is massive mismanagement. I just admitted that they are closely resembling a theocratic monarchy in the way that they operate. Okay? But like, it's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling to me that you just said, whoa, China and Russia keeps them afloat. So like, it's actually bureaucratic mismanagement. You can't explain the hardships by U.S. sanction alone. It's like, what do you mean? Look at every country that the United States is like universally sanctioned, with one exception, okay? Cuba. And even then, it's not like they're doing great. They're doing great, all things considered, but they're not doing super great. You know what I mean? Holy fuck, dude. Cuba is way better off than North Korea. Yeah, I know, which is why it's the exception and not the rule. What do you mean? That's why that's what I'm saying. You can't use my example against me. Cuba is the exception. And Venezuela is not exactly doing great. Venezuela is a great example, just like Iran. Even countries with like valuable natural resources will still undergo tremendous financial fucking hardship due to a global embargo led by the United States of America. Cuba would be like the portrayal of Wakanda if it wasn't for American sanctions. You know what I mean? Like, it would literally be like the meme where they say, like, America, if, I don't know, Hasanabi didn't say what he said about 9/11, and then it'll be like fucking, supercars flying around. If you look at Cuba's performance currently with an embargo that, like, started off since its inception, since the revolution, it would literally be, without any sort of fucking embargo, I don't know where the fuck it would be. So globalization is necessary. I've literally never been anti-globalist. Okay? So I don't know why you think that's a gotcha or something. Of course. Of course it's better to have a global economy, okay? Yeah, I am a globehead and a fucking globalist. Like, it's entirely different. Globalism, in the way that I understand it, means mutually beneficial relationships among countries where there's resource sharing, not resource extraction. Okay? Neoliberal globalism, on the other hand, unfortunately, is just a justification for imperialism, bloodshed, natural resource extraction under really horrifying conditions. Anyway, yeah, but I mean, it should be at the heart of of any kind of like leftist understanding of the world and leftist understanding of foreign policy. Yeah, they call it globalism. We mean internationalism or multipolarity. Yes. Who say that like everyone again who say that everyone in fucking North Korea eats burgers. It's no different. Okay? This person is literally a grifter. There are a lot of defectors that do this. You know, props to them. They escaped. And now they want to make money. And there is a massive audience of fucking idiots that are like, in Komorocho, you cannot use your bicycle. If you leave it in one place for too long, the gray suit man will come and use it to fight his stalker friend. His stalker friend used to be much more hot. And then he cut his hair and looks like a fucking weirdo. Why did his stalker friend look like a weirdo when he looked hot?